Hello everyone, welcome back. As promised in the first part of my Europe trip video, from Switzerland, now we've come to Italy. Our first stop in Italy is the city of Milan. This is the Milan Cathedral. The architecture of the cathedral, isn't it gorgeous? In front of the Milan Cathedral is the busiest square of Milan. As you can see, it is always crowded by tourists, students, locals, everyone. Next to the Milan Cathedral is the Milan Fashion Street. The Milan Fashion Street houses stores of all the famous designers from around the world, be it Prada, Gucci, Valentino, Ferragamo, Louis Vuitton, you name it, you find the store here. From Milan, now we will be traveling to Lake Como. Lake Como is in the Lombardy region of northern Italy. As you can see, the lake is surrounded by hills on all sides. So, the speciality of Lake Como is it is set against the foothills of the Alps. So, the hills that you see around you, those are actually the Alps. The way to travel to Lake Como from Milan is we took the train and then we took a cruise ship which took us to the town of Bellagio in Lake Como. Lake Como is famous because a lot of Hollywood movies were shot here. One of the movies that our guide told us about was Casino Royale, the James Bond movie. Now you can't talk of Italy and you can't not talk about its food. My fondest memory of Italy is eating a pizza for breakfast, followed by a pasta for lunch and a risotto for dinner. So that's a lot of cheese for the entire day. From Lake Como, now we will be going back to Milan, and from Milan we will be traveling to our next stop, which is in the city of Venice. This is right outside the train station in Venice, and after getting down from the train, that is where your land transport stops. All transports from this point would be a waterborne transport. Looking back at some of my food memories from Venice, like I said, my fondest memories from Italy are of Italian food. So you're going to find a lot of food in this video. The beauty of Venice is amidst all the water, you're going to find houses on both sides which are connected by these narrow strips of bridges, which are also called the Bridge of Sighs. And you're going to find a lot of boats parked around, but the best ones would be the gondolas traveling below the Bridge of Sighs. And as they travel below the Bridge of Sighs, you can sometimes hear the gondola drivers humming local tunes, which is so amazing. Venice at night is equally beautiful as Venice in the morning. This is me on a gondola traveling below one of the Bridge of Sighs, and yeah, I'm never going to forget this experience of actually riding in a gondola. Now from Venice, we're going to travel to another city, which is the city of Florence. This is the Florence Duomo. Duomo is another name for cathedral. So if you see the architecture of the Florence Duomo, this is so different from what we have seen a bit earlier in the Milan Cathedral. However, both are unique and they have their own unique beauty. We were staying close to the Florence Duomo since it is very close to the two museums, Uffizi and Accademia. If I'm talking of Florence, I can't not mention its gelato because it's the best gelato that I've ever tasted in my life. As I was talking of the museums in Florence a bit earlier, so that's the Uffizi and the Accademia, and you definitely need to visit them because you get to see Michelangelo's David. From Florence, we also took a day trip to Tuscany, which comprised of a wine tasting in one of the vineyards in Tuscany. If you're going on a wine tasting trip in Tuscany, then just keep in mind that there's a very high chance that you can get drunk at the end of the trip, because although it's supposedly tasting, they do offer you 4 to 5 glasses of wine with a variety of crackers and meat, etc. Behind me here is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which again needs no introduction because it's one of the wonders of the world. I was amazed to see how leaning that tower is, and I wondered how it was still standing for so many years at that same point. From Florence, now we are going to travel to Rome. Our first stop in Rome is the Vatican City. The Vatican City is a city-state in the middle of Rome, and it is the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church. It is also home to the Pope. I always wanted to see Vatican City, and this is inside the St. Peter's Basilica. Behind me you can see how huge the Vatican City is. This again needs no introduction because this is the Colosseum. Colosseum stands in the middle of Rome, and it is an oval amphitheater which till today is the largest ancient amphitheater ever built, which is standing in the world. Rome is famous for the multiple fountains surrounding the city, and it is said that if you drop a coin in the fountain and you make a wish, then your wish comes true. Another thing that really amazed me about the streets of Rome are the street artists, the various street artists that are performing. Rome is a city which is covered in ruins. Every few meters you walk, you will come across some sort of a ruin, and the kind of history that is seeped in the city is something that is going to amaze anyone. After 2.5 weeks in Italy, now it's time to leave and go back to our own homes, leaving you with this beautiful picture of a sunset as we travel out of Italy. Hope to be back here soon.